What's up, everybody? I am back, just like I said it would be. Hopefully, this thing works. There's a gnat. Hopefully, this works this time a little bit better because I have some things to show you, and I have to say thank thank you for 500 subscribers. I think it was October, no, November or December last year when I finally decided that hey, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna do it as best I can. And I had like probably 12 subscribers at that time. And now 500. I mean, it's a slow start because YouTube gives you like time restraints and everything. But hey, you know what? If I unbox my Harry Potter items and bring the magic to just a few people, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'd rather give it to a few people than none. I mean, I could unbox this stuff for myself. I just open it up and go, "Oh my god, it's Ron Weasley's wand," and then put it up on the wall, and that'd be it. Or look at it, kind of. But that'd be it. I'd like to share it with everybody. So I'm gonna give everybody a couple of minutes, and I will say my thank yous and everything again. I was looking for this for a couple of hours. I tried to go live a couple hours ago. Literally ran around the house looking for this. I was just looking for it for about 20 minutes before I decided to do this live. I had it planned this time. And went outside, finally found it. I put it up on a pole. Such a random place to be putting drinks, right? Up on a pole. So let's give everybody a couple of minutes. I forgot to turn on the air conditioner. This is going to be hot. Looks like we got one person viewing. I'll wait and see if we get a couple of more because I got some things to show you guys, and I want to review a little bit more in depth about one of the things I unboxed on the last episode. And I might even go to the coat hanger and sorry, I just plugged in my phone, and I might get my Hufflepuff robe and show it off just a little bit more. It's really hard to show off like in a review video because you can't get your whole body in a review or in a video, so it's really hard to review. But I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I guess I'll tell a story again. So I don't know, 3, 4 years ago, me and my girlfriend, fiance, we went to Universal Studios in California, and we made like a whole weekend of it. I think we even was at the time. No, that wasn't the time. Well, we made a whole weekend of it anyways, and we seen the Harry Potter land, and the Harry Potter land is amazing. They got this real quick. They got the show where they sing like the Hogwarts theme and like a couple different songs, but it's singers that are holding the frogs. It's just really nice, and they're really good at singing. But anyways, I walked into the shop and I seen the ropes and I tried on like, small, medium. I don't think I tried on small, medium, large, extra large, double XL. At the time, I was like 240 pounds, something like that, somewhere around there. And I fell in love with it. I was like, man, this is really nice. But I was like, where would I wear this? Because I don't do cosplay. Um, anyways, I bought it and it was amazing. It's just the feeling of having that. Um, but I wasn't as into Harry Potter as I am now. Like I go through times where I watch the movies like every other week, or I read the books, or I listen to the audiobooks. But then other times I'm more into like collecting and just wanting the things in my hand. And that time I wasn't really into the things in my hand. I think I was just like barely getting into it because there was a couple things there that I bought that we moved and it's still in the packaging, and I plan on taking it back out of the packaging for all of you to see. But that robe was one of them, and we got back to the hotel and took a couple of pictures with it. And then I was like, man, that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. It's like, where am I going to wear this? Like, how is it just going to sit around? Like, what am I going to do with this? So I took it back the next day, and I regretted it ever since. And I've been thinking for the last 3 or 4 years, what do I do? I kind of want another one, but then at the same time, I want to collect these wands. I want to collect these Horcruxes. I want to collect the house treasures and the Mattel dolls and the mystery wands. Like, certain things took precedence over it, right? I finally bit the bullet and I bought it. And one of the other things I bought with it was this. If you watched my last video, but the robe is amazing. It's amazing. It's not like one of those cheap, light, see-through, flimsy, just don't really take care of it kind of robes. It's heavy duty. It's built good. Only thing that I would say I wish was done a little bit better is the button, because I feel like the button's going to break. There's only one button that holds the robe kind of closed, so I can open up down here. But the robe is amazing. Like, actually having that part of Hogwarts in your arsenal is just amazing. But the other thing I bought was this Harry Potter spell book. Now, it's an unofficial Harry Potter spell book. Did talk about it in my last video, and I want to go into more detail with it as soon as more people start showing up and talking in the chat. I really like it when people talk in the chat. I like to interact with people, but I also like to know for sure that this is working, because there's times, like I say every time, my internet just drops, and I don't know, it's like 5 or 6 minutes later. But this is like the ultimate Harry Potter spell book. It's unofficial, but to me, I think this particular book has been around for a while. So I would say this is probably the most unofficial spell book that you would buy. It's got the wand movements, like Accio right there. It's got the wand movement. I'll read it right here. So it's got the pronunciation. Actually, this says accio, or accio. I just say accio. Sometimes I say accio. Use, to summon objects. Etymology, in Latin, accio means to call or to summon. Magic movement. In the Goblet of Fire, Harry Potter famously used this spell to summon his broom during his first task of the Triwizard Tournament. Then it's got the wand movement. Accio! It's one of the things that the movies got completely incorrect, was the wand movements for everything. But I'm still waiting for people to get in here. I waited a couple hours longer because I know that there's some people that can't get on here till later. And I've been posting everything, and I'm hoping I get more people on here because I really got some nice stuff to show you guys that I've been working on. But if I don't get enough people, I will X this live. So we'll just see. It looks like I got one person on here, but nobody's talking yet. It's not a good sign. I might have to try this another day. Hopefully not. Hopefully this thing will pick up here in the next couple of minutes. Usually by 3 or 4 minutes, I got about 5 or 6 people, which isn't a lot, but I usually have people in here talking to each other. So, I live in like moth country over here, man. It's pretty crazy. Hopefully we can get some more people in here. That way I can show off what I've been doing and give you guys my gratitude for 500 followers. That's insane. We're halfway there. We're halfway there. So hopefully I get some people in here. We got one person, if this thing is correct, which it usually isn't. Nobody's talking, so I'm going to say I was 0 people watching me. If anybody can hear me, if anybody can see me, can you let me know in the comment section right there in the chat section? Be greatly appreciated. I know YouTube or Facebook, Instagram, and Messenger, and it kind of looks like what's that other app called? It looks like Snapchat was down too for a little bit. I don't know if it actually was, but I didn't start getting notifications for everything until I got them all at once. So I don't see anybody coming in to join me. Nobody's talking. I'll give it another 4 minutes. And I'm going to X this live. I don't know what's going on, but nobody seems to want to join my live today. Let me see if I could share this on my other platforms. That'd be kind of neat if I could do that, huh? Oh, it's going to make me log in. Let's see. Come on. Keep my password right. That's not the password. Huh. There we go. We got logged in. For the hey, what's up? Here we go. I was about to give up hope, you guys. Thank you. I know. Thank you for being one of the 500. Oh no, you didn't miss. I've been sitting here waiting for people. Like this is not alive that people are going to come back around and watch again. So I'm just going to take this out to be. If you're here watching it, cool. If you don't watch it, then you probably won't. I'm right here trying to see if I could actually share my live to my other platforms so that I can get more people on here. I am live on YouTube. Yeah, I got a lot of things I want to show. Not a lot, but I got a couple of things I kind of want to show off that I've been working on, and I wanted to show it off while I was doing the live. Um, oh yeah, this isn't working. Okay. Is there a way I could share the live? Yeah, thank you guys for being part of the 500. That it's insane that I have 500 people following me. Okay, so we got it shared, and I will give you guys my undivided attention, but it still says I only have one person following me, so I don't know who's watching me right now. I think her name is Afton Eats Kids. We shouldn't eat kids. But I'm hoping more people show up. George, you showed up. You said you would. I appreciate it, man. It's helpful. But yeah, this book right here. I guess we'll start getting into it. Um, so we got the back right here. Discover the magic. It includes introduction to spellcasting guides to wands and wood chords, and a catalog for enhanced objects. So it's kind of nice that it has like the guide to wand and wood chords, but like I explained before, like it's kind of like a guess, like it's like a cedar color, so that means it could be. I'm not like a could be kind of person. I'm like a that's what it is. So I don't know about that. Um, but we do have a lot of spells in here that don't have like the wand movements, like Hermona Nectary Passus, and trying to think, Obliviate. So one of the things in Harry Potter, hey Nicole, I just started collecting Harry Potter stuff. Your channel has been a great resource. Thank you. Thank you. That's why I have the channel. There's so many things I wanted to buy. And I turned to YouTube. I turned to YouTube to see, is this a good product? And some of the things I was like, oh man, I still don't know. Like a lot of the videos didn't do it justice. So I tried my best to like show close-ups and everything so you can get the better picture. But here we have Obliviate. And you see how complex that spell is. You start right here. They kind of make like a head shape. And one of the things the movies really get wrong is the wand movements. Like, um, they obliviate. That's not how you do a spell. Like, why is everybody going to school? They could just verbally say a spell and just point their wand in any other direction. That's a big part that they missed in the movies. Big part of it, you have to get the wand movement correct. Swish and flick Wingardium Leviosa. And if you do it wrong, that's the one thing about that class. If you do it wrong, it'll explode. It won't do anything. It'll work a little bit. Or like in Transfiguration, when they were trying to transfigure the cup into, or the rat. Yeah, they were trying to transform something into a water goblet. And if you didn't do it correctly, you could halfway do it, or it could just blow out a little poof of smoke. So there's like an importance in learning the wand movements as well as the incantations themselves. Because you can't just obliviate, because then everybody could walk around and just obliviate everybody else's minds. So in some retrospect, the movies make it look like it's a lackluster, right? Especially during the battles, or people are getting killed, and all they're doing is this. So there's movements to each spell, and if you don't do the movement, what's the point of going to school? I can just pick up my wand right now and say, and just I don't know, whatever that might do. But so this is why I bought the book, because I know when I do my intro, Lumos, that's not the wand movement. When I go Nox, that's not it either. So I want to learn the proper wand movements. So that's why I bought these books. And like George heard me say earlier, I have another book. I forgot to bring it with me again. But I think I'm going to give it to my son. So I bought two books. I thought what I know is the unofficial, but this book's been around for a while, so I trust it. And I think this book is very well researched. And I bought this other book that I thought was the authentic Harry Potter spellbook, or the official Harry Potter spellbook, but I don't think there's a such thing. And when I bought it, it says Harry Wizard spellbook, not Harry Potter spellbook, Harry Wizard spellbook. And I opened it up, and some of the wand movements in there are wrong. The whole point of buying two was to have wand movements in one book, and maybe the other book had some more. That didn't wind up being the case. I bought the wrong book on accident. I'm not going to use it. But if you guys are still here, go ahead and ask me some questions. and then I will just go ahead and get to what I've been working on. And if anybody else wants to watch these videos and see what I've been working on, um, we're actually gonna have to watch it because this looks like it's a thank you video. What it is, it's a thank you video for 500 subscribers. And for that, I will show you what I have been working on. If you guys are ready, well, let me know if you're ready. Plus, it's nice to know if this stuff's still working. Oh, it's hot in here. I forgot to turn on the air conditioner. It's hot in this muggle house. Why and when did you start collecting? So, when I was younger, I didn't like Harry Potter. I didn't like it. People would talk about it. Oh, Harry Potter. I was like, oh, that's stupid. I didn't like it. I never gave it a chance either. I never sat down to watch it. I was like, oh, Harry Potter. That sounds kind of stupid. So that's when I was little, like when it first came out. And then my son was born, and he had a major heart defect, open heart surgery. And for whatever reason, uh, I bought the Harry Potter books. I don't know why. I, maybe because I'd seen the movies. I don't remember when I saw the movies, but for whatever reason, I bought the books, and then from there, I was like, oh, the books are way better than the movies. And then I kind of fell in love with it, as pretty much everybody does that gives Harry Potter a chance. And I was like, man, I really want everybody's wands. And it kind of started out like that. Like, I don't know. I guess I started looking up the wands. I started looking on YouTube, the people that had the wands, and yeah, I started collecting. I started really small. I started with fake knockoff wands, and then it wasn't until like a year and a half ago that I started getting all this stuff that's on my channel. Some of it I had, but very, very little, very little. But the majority of what I have, I didn't have like a year to like a year and a half ago, maybe even only a year. Um, I really like it. No matter how many times I've watched it, I don't get tired of it. You don't get tired of reading it. You don't get tired of learning about it. Um, you do kind of have to pick and choose what you believe to hear because there's so much fan fiction out there. Um, but it's kind of funny. Where I used to live, um, they had like retro days or something like that, and you go to the theaters and they have like $5 movies. Well, towards Christmas, I think somewhere in November, they started playing Harry Potter in the movie theaters, and this was like it turned out to be a yearly thing. And I went there one year because I finally remembered they were showing them late. I didn't care. Whatever time I had to be in work, I was going to go watch those movies. Um, so I went and watched them, and it was at that moment in the movie theater that I realized, huh, if you aren't into Harry Potter, I can kind of see how this is boring. Because to the outsider's perspective that doesn't really understand it, it it does look kind of boring. It's a little slow. I didn't realize this till I seen it on the big screen, but I loved it. And I remember um, I made it the point to watch all of the movies on the big screen. That is until the Deathly Hollows. So the Deathly Hollows came out. I watched part one. It was over. I got up and left. I went home. And the next week, I was like, why aren't they playing part two? Why aren't they playing part two? And I called the theater and I looked it up and they played Deathly Hollows part one and two back to back. That's like 6, 7 hours of movies. I didn't know. I would have stayed. I would have texted home and be like, oh, they're playing both the movies. I didn't know. But, it's all water under the bridge. It's not like I'd never seen them. I just wanted the experience. Uh, but yeah, that's kind of drifted off there. But yeah, Right. I went home. You out of so I said when I returned that robe, I regretted it ever since. But I don't think I've ever regretted anything more in my life than standing up and leaving that theater when there was another movie to be played. I went home and I didn't get to see Deathly Hallows Part 2. Oh, not only did I feel stupid, but I was angry, like, because I didn't know how long they were gonna keep playing that, and I think like the next year, like they didn't play it, or maybe it was that year that I kept calling, "Hey, you guys gonna play Harry Potter? You guys gonna play Harry?" Like I called them to the point where I'm pretty sure I was bugging them, and they're like, "We don't know, we don't know, we don't know, we don't know, we don't know." Yes, and I was like, "Cool." Like I just couldn't believe that I missed that. I was extremely upset, to say the least. All right, but we've been on long enough. I will go ahead and show anybody that's watching. I think Nicole's watching, George is watching. I will show you what I have been working on. Um, so I had these wand collections, wand sets, and I had been putting them on my wall. If you remember, I had the Death Theater wands right here. And even over there, I have Bellatrix Lestrange. Right there, I have He Who Must Not Be Named. But they're not protected. Um, I like to protect my investments because they're investments. I like to collect my merchandise, and I like to keep it in the best condition I can, right? Because who's to say over time if these aren't going to start warping and sagging? I don't know. I think I put the hooks on pretty good, but the weather, and everything. So the Death Eater set was right here on all the glory for you to see in my background, right? So I was going to say something else, but I'm going to try to keep on track. So this is what I did. I made a case to put the wands in. So here is the Death Eater wand set now. It is in, it is in this display case. I cut it up, I stained it, I clear coated it. I bought a bunch of plexiglass. Only thing I didn't do was make it a door because I'm not really worried about the aesthetics of it right now. Right now, I just want to protect. I just want to protect my merchandise. I want to protect my stuff. So I thought, well, if I'm not going to make a door, I'll make it to where I just take the lid off. If I really want to get it out, pull off the plexiglass, and there you have it. So that's what I've been working on. I'm going to shortly make a case for that, and I'm going to make a case for the Sword of Gryffindor, and Bellatrix is one, and He Who Must Not Be Named's case. Pretty much anything that has collection in it. I'm really disappointed that these things didn't come in a case. Like, it's cool that they had the display case, but at least if it was just encased, like just a piece of plexiglass over the top, something simple like that, because it means a lot to collectors. And I know most people that collect this stuff, they just hang it on their wall, and maybe they just don't care about it getting ruined, or maybe they dust it every couple days. I'm not going to do that. I'm just not. So I really want my stuff protected. Like I'm not going to clean it. Like if I clean this part, that's a stretch. That's saying something. That's one of the reasons why I really like to protect my stuff because I forget. I have ADHD. I forget. It just doesn't cross my mind. Looks like we have a bunch of people in here now. You deserve even more subscribers. You're one of the best channels for one reviews. Okay, so I do have more to show you, but I have a question. So I've been reviewing different things lately, and I've noticed that with like the house banners and the Hogwarts robe and book, my views went way, way down, way down. So, what is it that you guys like best? Me unboxing. Is it the wands? Is it the Horcruxes? I've unboxed all the Horcruxes, and there's only so many wands that I can do. I'd like to try to spread out the wands so that I don't run out of the wands. Um, but I mean, I have to, I have to branch out and unbox some books, the robe. I mean, I have to do other things than just wands. But what do you guys like the best? Because, like I said, I tried to do unbox different things, and even the wands, the views started going down. So I'm kind of curious, like what everything Harry Potter, right? That's what my channel is for. Thing Harry Potter, authentic, of course. I mean, I'm not going to go to the store and get like a 25-cent Harry Potter. Look at this. No, I'm not going to do that. Because this stuff is very pricey, and that's why I try to spread out the wands at least. Somebody was asking me. I'm waiting for her to show up in my live. She was asking me about Fantastic Beasts ones. I've had Newt Scamander's one, but I told her to join my live and ask me all the questions she wanted, but the answer to that is no. Right? Because, like I said, there's only so many wands that there is, and I had got to be able to do different things. I even have some Mattel dolls that I've unboxed, and even those just so. I mean, I understand I don't have very many subscribers. I have 500. That's amazing. But once it gets up there in the thousands, if it ever does, um, I'll be out of space by then, I bet. I'll just be unboxing stuff and putting it back in the box, I guess. But I'm going to pull this forward. It's going to be shaky. And I'm going to show you a couple more things that I've been working on. Are you collecting Fantastic Beasts ones too? Not at the moment. I don't know if I'm going to. I honestly don't know. But I'm going to show you this other one I've been working on. So if you remember, I unboxed the Dumbledore's Army One collection. And I put it back in the box because I didn't have anywhere to put it. But now, ooh, wow, that's really close. Try to get this straight. There we go. There we go. So it's in another case, same exact style. Thing with these is they're really hard to see, but it's in there. It's in there. Again, I can pull off the top. This is really hard to keep straight. How about if I put it on the computer? So again, I could pull off the top. I could pull off the plexiglass to be able to get to the wands themselves, but it's in there. Again, I stained it. I stained it dark walnut, and I clear coated it, and that's plexiglass right there on the top. So these things, I think I'm going to wind up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wind up moving all of these, and I kind of want all the ones next to each other, but I just really like the way these pictures kind of fit right here with the frame. But I do have a spot that they would fit perfect in, and at this point, it's all about saving the room and making space for other things. So I'm going to wind up doing that, putting all the ones on this wall. I don't really want them spread out everywhere. So I have one more. Cool. So everything Harry Potter. I just don't know if it's one I'm unboxing. Okay, the other quick question. This is actually kind of an important question to me. Okay, my intro. I want you guys' input on my intro. It's supposed to be like a running gag. I think only one person's ever noticed it or ever said anything about it. When I say Lumos, I'm always in some random spot in the middle of the road, on top of in my gym, over by a pond, and in front of some trees or on some trees. Welcome back, witches, wizards among us, a place where we unbox, review, and explore. And then I go on with my little shtick, and then I separate, and then operate to this chair. Is that too long? Is it getting old? Because it seems like the more I do it, my view is kind of. But it's something I like. I like that intro. But if it is getting stale, I keep raising up the shoulder. If it is getting stale, I'd like to know, because I'm more than happy to change it. But it's what I like to do as part of my channel. But I think I will try to shorten that up, and see how that does. Because I know a lot of times I say keep your intros short and to the point. But it's like I don't know. It's like a whole part of the experience of my channel. While you guys are thinking that over, well, hello, Dustin Driggers. Same question to you, Dustin. My intros too long? They getting old? Should I do something different? And thank you for being part of my 500 subscribers. This channel is just I love it. I love doing this. Sometimes I wish I had more time to do it so I could put more effort into it, but I put into it what I can. It's even changing up a bit with your apparitions not working correctly, right? Yeah, I try to throw some comedy in there, and some people play along. You need to work on your apparitions, especially when Professor Snape comments. Yeah, I don't know. I might play around here and there. I'm working on trying to make a new intro and getting a logo made. So I'm going to try that a couple of times, see what happens. But I really do like the intro. I feel like a lot of people don't understand the intro. They just want to get to the unboxing, and I understand that. That's why I do put timestamps. If you go to my description, I put the timestamps in there. Completely understand that, but I feel like it's part of the experience. It's part of my channel, and you know, something I like to do, especially when I play around with the apparitions. Uh, there was one time I just apparated, and then I apparated onto a lawnmower. I was like, I mean, I love lawn mowing, but this isn't where I'm supposed to be. So, okay, so we got one more display to look at, and I mean, they're pretty much. I mean, they're all the same because I wanted to keep it simple. I wanted to just have something to put them in. I can make something more complex if I wanted to. But it's not really about how it looks right now, because later I might go back and cut the sides and actually make a door that you can open. But I just I mean obviously I can do that. Oops, but I just didn't want to take the time. I just wanted to quickly get these made so I can get these up. But here is some Vertigo for you. And here is the Marauder's Map Wand Collection. Again, it's really hard to see because of that dark walnut color. I wish I used cedar. I just don't like cedar color. But again, the top comes off, if you didn't see before. And then you pull out the plexiglass. Oh, wow, that actually makes it easier to see in there. And then you can pull out the wands. This one, Wormtail's wand, keeps falling over every time I pick it up, though. And then you just take this and you put it back on here like so, and no one ever notices. It looks like one whole piece. So that's what I've been working on. I just want to protect my wands before I put them up on the walls. Peter Pettigrew's original wand. Yeah, I don't think that's his original wand. I had no idea that was his wand. I don't understand why it's. I could kind of see how it plays to his character, the snake. But it is a little weird that that's his wand. I didn't really understand it when I opened it. Didn't put too much thought into it either, but I didn't understand it. And I kind of, I mean, I do, but I don't. Sirius Black seems to be a fan favorite. Um, most people know. Those of you that's new, my favorite wand is he needs no introduction. You look at this wand, you know exactly whose wand it is. This is my favorite wand. I love bones. This looks like a bone, but pretty sure it's more of like a crow because it kind of has like a head, some sort of a bird. But to me, it looks like a bone. The color of it, it's just the character behind it, the way he holds it, his power, his confidence. Um, it's not all about what the wand looks like. It's a character behind the wand. And he does a good job. He does a good job. And my second favorite wand is right up here, Lucius Malfoy. Because I am a sucker for quality. And that's one of the only wands. This is just getting more off center, more off center. That is one of the only wands that's made out of wood. The whole wand is made out of wood, I believe. And the handle on top of the wand is that cast iron or die cast. I think a die cast or metal, some sort of metal. It's heavy. Like you could probably crack someone's head open with it. Let me put this back real quick. One thing that disappointed me with this display case is it's plastic. Like I said, I'm a sucker for quality. When I see a plastic display case, so one of the things I learned about this Death Eater wand set right here, it looks like, and to me, it feels like metal, and it's heavy like metal, but it's resin. I did a review on it. I banged on it. I felt it. It feels like metal. And I was told it's made out of resin. I said, no. I researched the crap out of it. It's resin. It's resin. That's outrageous to me. Because most of the things they try to make look metal from the Noble Collection, it looks completely phony. Completely phony. So that just baffles my mind. When my Death Eater Wand Brown gets here, it might be my new favorite because of the thick handle. Yeah, the Death Eater Brown, that's, I don't know why. That and a Thorn are my least favorite wands. The Death Eater Brown is a little bit too simple for me, and the Thorn wand, although it's different, maybe because I can't put a face to the wand. I can't put a character to the wand. Most of the Death Eater ones, I can't put a character to the wand. No matter who you tell me the character is, I can't. I can't. Um, I mean, I like the Death Eater ones because the skulls and everything, and because of the display. The display is amazing. My only minor issue with He Who Must Not Be Named one is that it's slightly curved, like it is in the movie. What isn't slightly curved? Yeah, I'll look at that because I do know the actors went through lots of wands. They didn't just get one wand and that was the one for the whole. They went through a lot of wands. They break them. Um, does it have a bend to it? No, yeah, it's perfectly straight. But I do know all the wands get made in like a resin cast, so it might be kind of hard to get them like exact. Um, yeah, I don't know the whole process behind it. Which I tried to say this correctly. Which Horcrux, there we go, is your favorite that you have? Horcrux. Okay, let me think which ones there are. There's a diary, the ring, diary, ring, necklace, the goblet. I mean the cup, Nagini, Harry Potter, and then there's which one am I missing? Oh, um, a diadem. My least favorite is Nagini. Um, yeah, it's just my least favorite, especially what I chose to get as a Horcrux for her. I got I think like the Fantastic Beast version or whatever of Nagini, and my most favorite probably have to be the diary. Um, oh man, I've never thought about that. As far as like, because I have them all, so if I have them in my hand, I think my favorite is a diary because it's got the basilisk fang right in it. Diary is really heavy. Pretty sure it's also made out of resin, and it looks like a leather bound diary. You can also get the diary that you can open up and write in and everything. But I got this one because it comes with the basilisk fang. Man, that's a hard question. I'd have to say that my least favorite definitely Nagini. Yeah, because I mean, kind of. I mean, my favorite would be Harry Potter. I mean, come on. uh, it's Harry Potter. But Harry Potter aside, like assuming he's like not an option, probably the diary. Yeah, I would say so. The diary. Who is your favorite movie character, and who is your favorite book character? Ooh, you guys are coming up with some tricky questions here. My favorite move, my favorite movie character is Luna. I'm gonna go with Luna. And my favorite book character, I'm still trying to reread the books because there's a lot in the books that aren't in the movies. It's kind of like Sir Nicholas, near the headless Nick. Jenny. Jenny has a lot more in the book. Oh man, that's hard because Ron's one character in the book to me, he's more, he's just more. And Harry Potter, I know when I was listening to the audiobook, um, kind of realized Harry Potter was a jackass and he was kind of stupid. Um, but man, my favorite character in the book, jeez, either Jenny or He Who Must Not Be Named. Um, really like Luna in the movies. He Who Must Not Be Named is always going to be one of my favorite characters, though, just because of the power behind him, the confidence he has. I don't know. I like sometimes I like the villains because sometimes the villains they don't do a good enough job of convincing, and I wish I had more of this. But you know who does a brilliant job of convincing you of him? My favorite character is Katie Bell from both the movie and the book. Katie Bell. So it's nice when people actually like the secondary characters. Because the secondary characters, why do I keep raising that? The secondary characters obviously don't get enough credit. I mean, they're in the movies and they're learning everything and they're part of it too. But it's just like every other movie, it focuses on the main characters. Um, oh man, I'm really slow at reading. I got through the first two books within a couple of months, and now the third one I've been on for like 3 months. Um, Wish Kitty was more in the movie. Yeah, it's just because I know Jenny plays a bigger role in the books than she does in the movies. Um, I really wish they would just make more Harry Potter movies, or even if they animated them, turned them into cartoons, but played it like exactly like it was in the movie, like the movie, just animated, and they re-released it, put it in the theaters. I'd watch it if they had the same voices. Yeah, sure, why not? But yeah, that's so this is the stuff that I've been working on, and I wanted to save it for my 500 subscribers. Um, I've had to hold myself back, showing you guys these display cases. Um, I mean, they're not like a huge deal. Um, but to me, seeing as I can now properly display these wands in their cases after I get some stuff on my wall rearranged. Um, I like that. So Yaxley's one. As far as I know, unless I messed up, I have everybody's wand. That's another thing I'm going to start doing at the end of my videos. So, one, it'll tell me who's watching my videos all the way through. Because I feel like a lot of people are watching my videos all the way through. But then YouTube Analytics is telling me the average duration is like maybe 2 minutes. But then I have a lot of people say something that was at the end of the video, and I'm like, So I'm not sure if I believe the analytics or maybe people are just skipping around. But I think at the end of the video, I'm going to start asking for which one would you like to see next? Drop in the comment below, and I'll pick one from the comment section. So I think I'm going to do that. Somebody asked me about Yaxley's wand. Maybe that was you, Samuel. Was that you? Left a comment asking. Somebody asked for Yaxley's wand and somebody else's wand. And I didn't want to do requests before because I wanted to wait till my channel got a little bit bigger. But seeing as it's growing really slow, I think it will start taking requests because it does get kind of hard. Like, I think I have like most of the main cast right here. I didn't pick them out; they were just kind of like on top. But it's kind of curious to see who wants to see whose wand because some of the wands I look at and I go, "Oh man, like how am I supposed to um, promote this wand? Like, how am I supposed to draw in views for this one? Like, nobody's going to go on YouTube and search this wand. But if somebody suggests it, that means that I'm wrong and people want to see it. So it was you. Okay, so would you like me to review Yaxley's wand on my next wand review? I think my next review will be a wand. Probably in the next couple of reviews. Because I don't think I've unboxed a wand for a minute. I actually kind of ran out of room in there. I mean, I have room, but if I can kind of get closer. If you can see, they're on hooks. And I got to go back and count my wands because I got plenty of space. But I don't want to put too many hooks in there. I might have to take some of these hooks out and space them a little bit better. But I got to go back through and count my wands because this was made to fit pretty close to 64 wands. And I didn't take into consideration the wand sets because I thought at one point I said I bought all the single wands and then I bought the wand sets. No, that's wrong. The wands that are in the sets, I did not buy the singles. So there will be some wands that are in the sets that won't be in the single wand display. So I'm gonna have to go back through and figure out what's what. I think I'm waking my son up. But yeah, because I'm still unsure if I wanted to collect Fantastic Beast ones. And I'm thinking if I do, I'm not going to put them in this display case. Keep that Harry Potter and make a separate one for Fantastic Beasts. Katie Bell's wand. Katie Bell's wand. I don't think I've unboxed Katie Bell's wand. You've been wanting to see hers, but now it's really short. I will love a review. Okay, so remind me, George, and you, Samuel. Guys, go add my Facebook. I'll put it right here in the comments. So basically, just go to Facebook and search acciopotterguy. Drop a comment in there, or add me, and then drop a comment and remind me, because I'm gonna forget. Definitely gonna forget Yaxley. Definitely gonna forget. I'm going to forget. But the next two, I would say, would be Yaxley and Katie Bell. Yeah, so add my Facebook. That way you can communicate with me, remind me of stuff, and make some suggestions like which one you'd like to see next. I'm trying to put my Facebook on all my videos. That way I can communicate better. People can see if I go live. Or if, hey, which one would you like to see next? Yeah, you got to remind me. Yeah, so I kind of like that you guys want to see these other ones because there's a lot of ones on my box I was looking at going, man, how am I going to tag these? Like, nobody's going to search these ones, but turns out people will. Cool. All right, you guys. I am going to head out. I've been on here for 57 minutes. I got to go to work tomorrow. I'm getting tired. I got to put my son in his bed. So thank you all for being here. And thank you again for 500. I think I have more than 500. Let's take a final tally right now. Drum roll, please. 504 subscribers. And just to let you know, the last video I put up is starting to look a little bit better now. So we're looking good, guys. We're looking good. I woke up this morning with 499 subscribers, and now we have 504. So this is getting good. This is looking good, guys. And I will try to remember. I will remember. Remind me on Facebook to do Yaxley's wand and Katie Bell's wand. My next two wand videos. And until next time, everybody, add that Facebook. Share my YouTube with all of your Harry Potter lovers. And I'll try to get some more displays made. That way, when I hit 550, I got something else to show you. Oh, thank you. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I don't get a lot of people on these lives, but if I get to talk to any of you, it's pretty cool. And I get your opinions. See, I'm not just going to do a whole bunch of stuff and not care what you guys think. I do care what you guys think because I don't want to do the same stuff if it gets boring or if you're like, what the heck is he doing? Like, I'd like to know, like, hey, that's stupid, or hey, that's great, keep doing it. So, thank you guys for your opinions. I appreciate it. And until next time, everybody, Knox.